I'm Turk Strongman, current resident at Mind Voltage Institute. Please excuse the dark screen. My camera is on the blink, but we can still talk. Before I continue, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please take a moment to do it right now. At the same time, activate the notification bell feature to be apprised of our new uploads here at Mind Voltage. Also, share and like this video, and make note of the donate by PayPal information in the description area just below your media player window. We're continuing our narration of L.W. deLaurance's The Master Key. We're in Unit 3, Chapter 20, Lesson 18, Thought Control. We're partway through the chapter, or the lesson 18, Thought Control. In the last video, we left off with, it is characteristic of emotions, and we left off with, in the subsection called the effect of fatigue on thought control. Last paragraph was, students are warned when doing mental work, which is strange to them, for instance, a new study, to approach it very gradually. If you can spare an hour to the study, divide it or quarter it, rather than give the whole hour to it right away. For nothing is more exhausting than mental work to which we are unaccustomed. The brain is rapidly tired, and thought control is well nigh impossible. And now, emotional and sensational factors that hinder thought control. It is characteristic of emotions and sensations to extend beyond the particular part of the brain affected by them to other parts. It is owing to this fact that the emotional and sensational worlds have such an important bearing on thought control. In this part, I shall, therefore, touch on several factors related to the emotional and sensational worlds that hinder thought control. I'll first deal with fear, for it is by far the most important. I'll then deal with worry, excitement, expectation, self-consciousness, accidents, mistakes, errors, and adverse criticism. First, fear. Fear tends to suppress all mental activity other than that which is the object, the exciting object. Let me start again. Fear. Fear tends to suppress all mental activity other than that which the exciting object calls forth. In every emotion, there's a typo here in my hard copy of the Master. In every emotion must be the blood rushes to the head. This is very pronounced when fear is aroused. The heart works at treble pressure. The breathing becomes labored. The throat becomes dry. The voice sometimes finds utterance in cries, shrieks, or screams. At other times, speech or utterance of any kind is impossible. The body under the influence of fear trembles, shudders, and sometimes is incapable of movement. The eyes see strange sights. They see what the imagination bids them to see. It'll be apparent to you from that above, that fear must color our thoughts enormously. How then can we control fear, and so control the thoughts which it arouses? The first thing to be done is to control the feelings to which the fear gives rise. Now, all feelings, whether pleasurable or painful, tend to increase in intensity when we attend to them. Doctors know this. Many of the medicines they give us are simply means to withdraw our attention from the affected part to some other part, so that nature may be left undisturbed to deal with the seat of the disease. To control your feelings, then, you must neglect them. That is, give them little attention. You must think of anything but fear thoughts. In other words, you must cultivate inhibition by substitution. Inhibition by substitution. This is the name given by the author to which he understands when we control one thought by its opposite or contrary thought. But how must we proceed to control fear when the exciting object is not a mere idea, but is actually present before us? It's evident that something else is necessary beyond merely controlling our feelings. The first thing to do is to arouse the instinct of self-assertion. When this instinct is aroused, it induces you to act. You must also think of brave deeds or bravery in any form. You must refuse to listen to fear thoughts. Every thought of thought control, every student, of thought control, should recognize that fear is useless. It is simply a drag upon energy. And even if it is encouraged, it is bound to make us weaklings. In my youthful days, I used to wonder how I should get through on the morrow, the work of a busy day. On one memorable day, the thought came to me. You have always got through so far. The chances are that you will get through again. Well, since that memorable day, the morrow lost its terrors for me. I ask you to put on paper the things that have worried you and are perhaps still worrying you, and then put alongside of the items the number of times the worrying thing has come to pass. Said an old man who was dying to his son, "My son, I have worried all my life, and 9/10 of the things I have worried about never came to pass." It's the same with most people. The mass of the things they worry about never come to anything. Next time you're inclined to worry about anything, look at it in this light. It is long odds against the thing you worry about coming to pass. Take a sporting chance and do not worry. If the worrying thing were a racehorse, you would get tired of betting upon its chance for you. You would lose too much money. It wins a very small proportion of the millions of races it enters. Therefore, once more remember, the odds are long against the worrying thing coming to pass, so do not worry. You will say perhaps, "Oh yes, the above is all right in minor cases, but what about with a crisis of life?" Well, even then, what good does worry do for you anyway? Remember, worry is a species of mental inflammation. It spreads all over the brain until it paralyzes initiative and effort. Now, if a crisis is in front of you, is this the state of mind that will help you grapple with it? No. If you are to deal successfully with a crisis, you must control the worry mood. Now, there is only one way in which to do this, and that is to seek a change of thought. Refuse to brood over worrying anything, over the worrying thing, refuse to brood over the worrying thing. You will not be able to prevent it coming into consciousness, but you can prevent it forming trains of thought. If you have practiced faithfully the exercises given in this work, you will know that this is possible. I strongly advise anyone who is troubled by worry to practice daily the 3 rules given under How to Cultivate Self-Reliance in Chapter 14, Lesson 22, and Chapter 23, Lesson 21, Will Culture, Mind Training. Such practice will give you the fighting spirit, the frame of mind to which worry must succumb. Our next subsection in thought control will be excitement. It begins with the paragraph, "Excitement is a valuable stimulus. It's also a great deterrent." A speaker who feels the stimulus of excitement arouses the emotions and passions of his audience. Let him lose control over his excitement and he becomes incoherent and extravagant, and his audience has nothing but contempt for him. And we'll continue that in the next video. I'm Turk Strongman, current resident at Mind of Oldies Institute. Again, if you haven't done so before, subscribe to this channel. Activate the notification bell feature at the same time so you can be apprised of our new uploads. Please remember to share and like this video. And make note of the donation by PayPal information in the description area of this video, just below your media player window. Be well, and see you in the next one.